We have a bet going. People who really watch the show, avid Cohn Zone watchers will remember this bet.
We bet during the summer. Iggy was really, I don't know. He was nuts that day. We bet what would happen in the first game when the Niners play Seattle, which is going to happen in 2 days. And we bet a bottle of Beaujolais. I said the Niners would win, and Iggy said Seattle would win. Now, we both think the Niners are going to win. He's changed his mind because he's a rational person. But the bet is still out there. So I'm not letting him off the bet.
Remember when I picked the Seahawks to win the division?
You did. And you lost on that one.
They're only one game back, Dad. They're only one game back. Hey, you don't know. Things could happen. Football's funny. That's why they play the games.
So here's the thing. We both think on Thursday night the Niners are going to win, but I'm holding him to the bet. So in a sense, he's betting against himself. So if the excuse me, if the Niners win, I owe him a bottle of wine. If the Seahawks win, he owes me a bottle of wine, although he's picking the Niners. Is that fair? Have I explained it?
Yes.
And I want to tell you why. The only question I have is, will the Niners just merely beat the Seahawks, or will they murder the Seahawks? Thoughts? I want to say something. When you're in a news conference, you have to ask a question. When people go thoughts, and I know someone wrote that, but you're not a journalist. But when people say thoughts, people look around, journalists look around the room. It's like saying to the person, save me. Save me.
What about the talk about question? Did you talk about Brock Purdy?
Oh, I love that. Could you talk about? Yeah, he wears nice shoes.
Yeah.
He's
a family man.
He's a high character guy.
Yeah, what? So
what were we talking about? What were we talking about? The bet.
The bet. I'm gonna lose this bet. The only way that I win this bet, and again, this is what I want to see. If somehow, some way, the Seahawks go up 7-0, somehow.
Oh, please.
7-0. But even then,
they're stuck in mud.
Yeah.
No, my question was,
what about the 12th man?
Are they going to beat him or murder him? And I said thoughts. What's your take on
it? Murder.
That's what I feel.
Let's do it.
Moida.
Okay. Give me your best prediction, Dad, and show your work.
Me?
Show your work. How's it going to happen?
31-10.
Oh, that's not nice. 31-10. Man.
Can you get 31 points in football?
You can get 31 points in football.
31-10. What do you think?
Good. Yeah. Okay. How about 24-10?
Sounds good to me.
10 sounds right.
10.
I
understand, but they have a rugged, quick defense.
I don't know. It's a short week.
Yeah. It's a short week.
They may not have that full Kyle creativity.
Yeah. Does it feel like a short week to you in your life?
No.
Okay. It feels like a week.
Feels like a week. Feels like a day.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's very existential.
We could talk about existentialism if you. I don't want to.
No, I don't want to either. All right, hold on. Let's get back to the super chats because we still got a lot.
Oh,
Ramelia, we got you. Fine, Papa Cohn. Would you compare or contrast Joe Montana and Brock Purdy? Compare and contrast for the good brother Bob.
Okay, look at that. What his name is. First of all,
my goodness.
Okay, hold on. First of all, Purdy does not deserve this comparison. He has not earned. It's I won't do it. He has not earned the comparison. Let him win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
He hasn't earned it.
You don't get to talk skills. You don't get to compare skill sets to Joe Montana until you've won at least one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
808 Niners is the Chiefs and Egg and Eagles. Great interior O-line. They lean on the run. Our interior O-line sucks and gets no push when they run. It's true. Those two teams have that. Antonio says, wild to say mid-play while talking about Tom Brady. Yes. Fish and Chip says, over under 1.5 bottles of wine. Make Junior pay, lol. Make him pay.
Over under.
Jeffrey Bond, $2.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey. But that's it.
Wait a minute. I want to say what his brother did today. Iggy has a big brother, Brian, who is actually my stepson from my wife's first marriage, but he's my son. And he has Sam and Camila, his children, 13 and 11. They live in Oakland, but they're visiting New York now. And what they did, they went on a pizza quest. They have an Airbnb in Lower Manhattan, and they went on because New York pizza is the best. And Brian is so creative. So they went in Manhattan and they went to Williamsburg, Brooklyn. They take the subway. These kids don't take the subway. They live in Oakland. And then they went to Avenue J to DeFara, which is really famous. And that's my neighborhood. So they went, that's where I used to go, DeFara on Avenue J. They went there. And then the kids wanted to see where I grew up. So they walked from Avenue J to Avenue L, just 2 blocks, 1819 Avenue L, my apartment house. And they took pictures right by the fire alarm, which I pulled when I was 5 years old. And then they went into the playground across the street where I wrote about it. It was the first article I ever sold to Sports Illustrated about that playground in the late 1970s. And the kids were standing there where I grew up. And I want to tell you, I had tears in my eyes because it was like I went to the old neighborhood. On the subway, they took the subway train, the Q train, and got off at Avenue M. So I know what I'm talking about makes no sense to anybody out there, but I had an emotional day. And Iggy has been to all those places, including DeFara, right?
Mm-hmm. When I went, DeFara was alive. It was, now he's
Dominic.
passed it on to Dominic, to his kids.
Yeah.
And apparently it's still good. Brian gave it a 9.4. A 9.4. That's
9.4.
That's nothing to shake a stick at. Brother Bob says, thank you, Papa Cohn. Can you please tell Larry Krueger? No comparison. I'll tell him. Doing a show with him on Friday. Jeffrey Bond, Adala. They walked over the Brooklyn Bridge, too. The whole bridge.
They walked across, which I never did in my whole life.
Me neither. It
looked Dad. Foggy and wet there today, didn't it, in Brooklyn?
It looked a lot like it looked here.
You ain't just whistling.
See what I'm saying? That's what I thought when I saw them there. I was like, hey, they went all the way over there to have the same thing we got here. How about that? Life is funny.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you too, Dad. I'm going to call you right after this.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Hey, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, and thank you for tolerating me talking in a bad Brooklyn accent the whole show. I really appreciate it, guys.